It's the 23rd of April, and it's the old man's birthday.
Your name, please.
William Shakespeare.
And your occupation.
One that doth make words to dance upon the page, and thence into the ear of the throng.
I'm sorry, I don't quite...
I write plays.
Right, well, why didn't you just say so?
The name on everybody's lips is gonna be Shakespeare.
The man who invented most of the words and phrases we still use.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
8:30, go ahead.
Yeah, that's a wild goose chase over here at Nakatomi Plaza.
I was originally designed for assassination missions.
She was the oldest living Luther, and now she's dead as a doornail.
Eyeball?
So why is it when you want to know more about the world's greatest poet, the world's greatest dramatist, the world's greatest writer, why is it there's so much stuff around him? It isn't long before somebody starts spouting on about iambic pentameter
and anapestic meter, which are collectively known as rising meters
Graphs?
because the pattern moves from unstressed to stressed syllables.
We can map it out, but soft.
Map it
let
out.
Light through yonder window breaks.
Come on, to be or not to be isn't quantum mechanics.
Say, okay, it's decayed or it's not decayed. So according to the rules of quantum mechanics,
I guess this is a lecture really about quantum mechanics, sorry.
Both I've decayed and I've not decayed.
So let's go with this iambic pentameter thing. At the heart of Shakespearean poetry is the heartbeat.
Oh, very nice.
It's in the lines he writes. It's in the lines he writes.
At first, I did adore a twinkling star. And now I worship a celestial sun.
The very pin of his heart, cleft with the blind bow-boy's butt shaft.
A horse, my kingdom for a horse.
Have at you then, affection's men at arms. Consider what you first did swear unto.
To be or not to be, that is the quest.
Yeah.
Sean. What do we have here?
It's like dancing. You do a similar move, and you repeat it lots and lots of times, and then you suddenly throw in a different move.
An extra syllable in a line is to crowd the air with meanings half spoken, partly concealed. As character is flawed, so is the poetic meter.
5 feet, 2 beats in a foot, and most feet are ions, and sometimes the ends of the ions have rhymes.
You can read Shakespeare, you can perform him, you can even take the you-know-what out of him, but you can't destroy him. The man whose business was words. And think about this. When film was first invented, Shakespeare's audience went from the Globe Theatre to the Globe. But the movies were silent. Here's A Midsummer Night's Dream from 1910. Touch of Magic from Prospero in The Tempest. King Lear from 1910, Blowy Winds, with the suitable storm, and Enter the Fool, only to exit for the entire second half of the play. A 1913 silent Hamlet, introducing movie audiences to Yorick, poor Yorick. And from 1911, an amazing colour version of The Merchant of Venice. The first production of The Merchant of Venice I ever saw was in my school back in Calcutta in India. I was 12. In those days, a company of professional actors called Shakespeareana toured India. It was a family troupe, the Kendalls. The group was led by Geoffrey Kendall, who played Shylock in that production, and I saw his 15-year-old daughter, Felicity Kendall, as Portia. It was love at first sight. That's both Shakespeare and Felicity Kendall. In the UK, our English teacher made us read the plays out loud in class. And he organised trips to the National Theatre. At 15, I saw Laurence Olivier in Othello.
Forever farewell the tranquil mind. Farewell content.
We did our own school productions of Shakespeare plays. Rough and ready, sure. And make no mistake, away from the noise and the video games and the hollow-eyed TV, schools and colleges all over the world, somewhere, are doing Shakespeare.
When the hurly-burly's done, and when the battle's lost and won.
What? Will these hands never be clean? No more that, my lord. No more that.
Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death.
Give me a good school production of Shakespeare any day. And after that, you can savour the great productions, where, in the highest form, every word is important.
Tomorrow. And tomorrow. And tomorrow. Creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death.
I've got a confession to make. I've written hundreds of songs over 50 years, and whenever I need a word or a phrase for a lyric, guess who I turn to?
It's just the way of things, the roundabouts and swings, the arrows and outrageous slings of Cupid's cruel game. Time and tide wait for no man, they just roll along, and all our yesterdays are gone.
We are the stuff of dreams, they say. We come, we go.
And there's a lot more where that came from, believe me. The remarkable thing about Shakespeare is that he's really very good, in spite of all the people who say he's very good. That's Robert Graves. So here's to William Shakespeare, the man who, together with the King James translation of the Bible, created English. And for the first time, to be serious, expressed the modern mind and the post-medieval sensibility. But that, as Winnie the Pooh would say, is another story for another day. Meanwhile, cheers, Will.
Shooby-dooby-dooby Shakespeare.